In this next example, they suggest that you actually multiply top and bottom of this rational expression by 4 minus x squared quantity raised to the 1/2 power. So if we take the original problem, 4x squared to the 1/2 power plus x squared times 4 minus x squared to the negative half power all over 4 minus x squared. And we're going to multiply the top and bottom of this large fraction by 4 minus x squared to the 1/2 power. So if I do that to the top, I got to do it to the bottom. So there's that, and I'll put parentheses around this because we have to multiply that all together. All right. So if you multiply that, notice what we get. We actually have this multiplied by this plus this whole expression multiplied by this. And that was all done with the distributive property. So that's the top. I'll just go ahead and copy the parts of the bottom and bring them together. Okay, you know this from exponential multiplication, that this term right here multiplied by this term, since they're the same base and they're raised to the half power, we just say 1/2 plus 1/2. So doesn't that just turn this into this part right here raised to the 1? Or just that term right there. Now that's everything all the way up to the plus sign, because that's to the 1 power, and we don't have to write the 1. And then watch what happens here. We have x squared, and then we have over here raised this 4 minus x squared raised to the negative half power and 4 minus x squared raised to the half power, meaning I have to add those exponents together. So I'm adding negative 1/2 to positive 1/2. Well, that's 0. So that just turns this into times 1, because anything to the 0 power is 1. Now the bottom part is just 4 minus x squared, and that's to the 1, and I have to add that 1 to the 1/2, so it's just going to be 2/2 plus 1/2, or to the 3/2 power. And it looks like that. And if you drop the parentheses on the top now, let's see, we're going to say that this looks like this: 4 minus x squared plus x squared all over 4 minus x squared to the 3/2 power. Let me shrink some of this down so I can fit some of this in, and you'll see the final answer. But the final answer ends up looking like this: 4, because it's negative x squared plus x squared, over 4 minus x squared to the 3/2 power. And that's your answer. And believe it or not, as we look at the first expression and then the final simplified expression, this one is is easier to manipulate using calculus. And that's the reason why we're teaching this.